This is the first lesson of semester 2 of Algebra 10, and we're going to be solving systems by graphing. What that means is you're really going to find the intersection point. I'm writing right now, so you are writing. When I grade your notebooks, I compare your notebooks to my notes. If you got everything in there that I do, then you're going to get a good grade on your notebook check. That's all that's all that goes in there. All right, so I'm going to just ask, in order to do this, a system of equations is just two equations, and we're going to try to, it's called solving the system, is you're going to try to find where they intersect. And so it's something we already know how to do. We're going to be graphing lines. We're going to graph the line y equals 1/2 x plus 3. And if you haven't done this for a year, that's okay. I'm going to review for everybody because I don't think everybody would remember how to do it from a month ago even. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that's what happens over winter break. And then y equals 4x minus 4. We're going to graph both of these lines on the same graph. They will cross somewhere, and the point where they cross is the answer. So I'll take a second to review what it is we're doing. These are in slope-intercept form, which you're going to remember once I write it down. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. You might not remember how it works, but you probably recognize it. This number at the end is called the y-intercept. I'm going to tell you that from now on, I'm probably just going to call that the start. That's where you start. That's your starting place. That's my page number. But we start with whatever number that is. So this first equation, that number is a plus 3. So I go to the middle, the y-axis, that you start in the middle always, that plus 3, you go up to the plus 3 and put a dot there. That's your starting point. The m is called the slope, which is rise over run. All of this is stuff we've done before. But from now on, I think I've just decided that the m stands for move. It's your movement. Like in geometry last semester, you did transformations where you, like translations where you'd slide up and over and you take a whole shape and move it up and over a certain amount. We do that in here with the slope, but we just move the point. Here, the movement number is the slope is 1/2. That means we're going to take the starting point, we're going to go up 1 over 2. That's the movement. So from this point, we go up 1 over 2, and we find a second point. We didn't actually move the point, we're just looking for another point. So for those of you who are just jumping in here for second semester, please know I'm not assuming you remember everything. I'm gonna try to guess as to the things I have to review, but I want you asking me questions too so I can get you back up to speed. So once you have 2 points, you could do another one. You could go up 1 over 2 again if you wanted to, but I accidentally cut off my point. No, I didn't. Up 1 over 2, it's right there. You can use that slope to find as many points as you want. Then we draw a line, and you all have rulers in the supply box. Everybody should have their own ruler. Draw that line. All right, 4x minus 4 is the next one. We are starting with the -4. So on the same graph, but we go down to the -4 and do our start point right there. That's the starting point. Our movement, our slope is 4, not -4, but +4. The -4 was the y-intercept. The +4 is the movement. But that doesn't really tell us how to move because it's not a fraction. So you've got to put it over 1. And that now we know how to move. It means we're going to go up 4 over 1. That's this piece. So from the starting point, you go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1, and make a dot. And because this is a little different than just graphing lines, I'm looking for actual intersection points, and I want to be precise. So I might do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. And if you're lucky, you actually land right on the point you already graphed from the last line. We're trying to find where these lines cross. So you graph that, and you almost have your answer, except you got to actually write out what the coordinates of that point are. This is the answer we're looking for. But I got to write it down as a point. The x coordinate of that point is 2, and the y coordinate of that point is 4. When you take the quiz, you guys, the quiz, I got it scheduled for next week. We're going to get through this week and do a couple things, review this a bit, and then start quizzing next week. When you quiz on this, I want you to be able to draw the graphs, and I need you to be able to write down the answer. What this means is this point will work in both of these equations at the same time. If x is 2, and I stick it in right here, half of 2 is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. If I pop it into the second equation, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus this 4 is another 4. That's what we're looking for. You did solve systems in algebra when you did it before. There were 3 ways to do it: graphing, substitution, and elimination. I know you probably remember it as being something you kind of struggled with. It's never very easy to do those. This is the easiest one, is solving by graphing, because you're really just looking for intersection points. Okay, do you want to ask me anything about this? Okay, I'm going to do one more example, and then you have 2 try-its, and then we are done for the day. All right, so let's do y equals, same thing, we're going to try to find the intersection point. 2x minus 3, and y equals negative 4x plus 3. Okay, so here we go. 2x minus 3. I'm starting with the minus 3, so I go down to the negative 3 and I do a dot. I'm going to go a lot faster this time, so stop me if you're missing something. My slope is 2 over 1. You're only going to see the 2. You have to know it's 2 over 1 or write it down. That means I'm going to go up 2 boxes over 1 box. Up 2 over 1. Now normally, if you're grabbing a line, you only need 2 points, and that's good enough, but I know I'm looking for intersection points, so I might just repeat that a little bit, because I know my graph needs to be really good. It needs to be very precise. One of these points is probably my answer. Don't know which one yet. The second line, I'm going up to the positive 3. That's my start point. My slope is negative 4 over 1. Now, negative 4 over 1, negative slope is different. When you have a negative, you go down 4. Minus 4 is down 4 boxes over 1 box. You can do these a little bit differently, but to make life simple, I always do up or down on the first one, and then the second one, the running to the side, I'm always running right to left, because that's how we read, and I don't have to think about it. That's natural movement. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Boom! Landed right on it. First off. Very good. That is my intersection point. In real life, sometimes these are going to be fractions and decimals, but but for while we're learning it, I'm always going to have it so you have a very clear answer and you don't have to guess. It's right there. And that point is x equals 1, y equals -1. The next one is going to be a try it. If there's anything you want to ask me, I'm going to be walking around with the answer and I'll check your work. If you're watching the recording, I'm going to be pausing and starting up again so you can do the try-its on your own and then come back and check the answer. Here is your try-it. Y equals -5x plus 1. And the second one is going to be y equals -1x minus 3. Normally this is not written like this. Normally they write it like -x minus 3. But I'm putting the -1 there just so you guys know how to read that. Alright, that's a try it. You guys are doing it. I'll come around and check your work. Alright, let's do this real quick so you can check your work. Plus 1. You start there. Your slope is -5 over 1. So you go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. That's your second point. You draw the line. You can do these points as many times as you want and can fit on there because you're looking for an intersection point. The second one is -3, so you go down to the -3 and put your start there. Your slope is -1 over 1, so that means we're going to go down 1 over 1. Ooh, it's right there. That's pretty good. And kaboom. That's my answer right there. Whatever the coordinates are, that is +1, -4. So when you quiz, I'm going to be looking for the picture and the answer written as an ordered pair. You skip this part, or if this part's wrong, you're going to get the whole problem wrong and you'll have to do a retake. I don't do partial credit, but I don't need to because you guys get good. One more, just to nail it down, and then we'll be done. Y equals -x minus 2. Guys, this is -1x. This is -1x, like the problem we just did, but this is usually how it's written. So you have to think -1x. And the next one is y equals -4x plus 4. Find the intersection point. Okay, we start with the -2. This is -1 over 1. That's something you just have to remember. I can't make that easy for you. That's just because we're too lazy to write ones. So we're going to go down 1 over 1. Hang on. Okay, I'm graphing the first line. Plus 4. I go up to the +4. My slope is -4 over 1, so I'm going to go down 4 over 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. If you don't draw lines real straight like I do, sometimes I miss it. If you just keep plotting that slope, you'll find the point that way. It's right here. And that is x equals 2, y equals -4. And that was our last try it for the day.